are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, one. Hustle.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Okay,
One
ready?
play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for it right now.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second down, Pollard again. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run with Pollard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Pollard again. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a...
get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Lance now to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Rolling to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st down, Lance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Tom,
All the option left, it's Burrow.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on the those last two plays.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground, mix him again. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Throwing now is Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On point, ready?
Here's 3rd and 7.
Burrow will throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The Bengals at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
1-1, ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Lance now on 1st down.
And this will be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
2nd and 10.
They'll run left with Pollard, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Lance.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Miles Murphy.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
11 mighty.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Burrow on play action.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Here we go. 12.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys' offense.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw. And he'll go right back to Lamb.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, break. Red, cycle.
Here's Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
I'm one, ready?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Burrow looking to pass.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Now Burrow. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
A 6-yard touchdown run.
and the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only go all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
His way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
11.
Now they send a man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
On one, ready?
They'll come out in the pistol. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and run with Mixon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down and didn't convert. Probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now Burrow changing the look.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
The try. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance
sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Aubrey now for the point after.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Okay, this could be it. This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's go. This is it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Burrow will throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
11-90. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
12. 11 empty.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
I'm going to switch speed. What are we doing? Here we go. Here we go.
And they will take a knee here.
Okay, ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Back.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas,
they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.